But we're now going to have an opportunity to hear from on the ground, right, in the life of a parish community, something of their experience of how the enthusiasm that they're feeling for this synodal journey, and how they're actually trying to enable that to happen very practically on the ground. So it is wonderful to be able to welcome today Father Jonathan and Father Jonathan Stewart and Angela Folland from down southwest of England, from Exeter. Blessed Sacrament Parish down there, and Father Jonathan and Angela have been to a number of different SFS events over the time, and we've certainly in conversations we've caught something of your inspiration and enthusiasm that you're experiencing on the ground in the life of your parish community. So we thought it'd be really wonderful for others to hear something of that. So thank you for coming. And it's over to yourselves. So, Father Jonathan and Angela, could you share something of what is this enthusiasm that you feel of the synodal vision that we're all sort of journeying through? And then how are you practically living into it? Over to yourselves.
Go on, you go first.
Hello. Well, I think certainly the book club from the School for Synodality was really, really sparked us. And that wasn't the beginning of the journey. I think it probably deepened our understanding of what synodality was and how we could reshape some of the things that we were doing as a parish to become more synodal. But I think the journey had probably started sort of 4 or 5 years ago, hadn't it?
I think so, yeah. And actually, what's been interesting is that I think some of the things that we were trying, we didn't have a word for it. And then the synod came along, and suddenly, in a sense, we realised we were trying to be more synodal, and we hadn't really realised it. And that was quite that was quite exciting, really. Suddenly, we had something to pin it on in a way. And actually, the book club was extraordinary. I'd urge anybody, if you haven't watched the book club sessions, please do watch them, because it really has a fantastic insight into the final document. We thought we'd talk about some of the actual things that we're doing, which might be classed as synodal, I suppose. And one of them for us is about leadership. We've I think reimagined or tried to reimagine our parish pastoral council. So we now have a vision team, which we call it a vision team, and it came out of a vision day. So we've been formulating a vision for the parish, which we publish and people know, and we talk about on a regular basis. But we had a day where we invited the whole parish to come and talk about vision for the community. And out of that came a group of people who are committed to vision and committed to making the vision a reality. And that was not the general, the normal people who would perhaps be on a parish council. So it's no longer a sort of reporting council. It's a group of people who, one of the things we do is we have Lectio at the beginning of every meeting, which has transformed the meetings. It's made the meetings calmer, more respectful, deeper, and really, really helped us focus. So the agenda, we're not so much agenda driven, I think is spirit driven. And I really do believe that. I think that's really helped us. And it's become a forum where we really do listen to one another. And everybody, we have a fantastic chair, another Angela, she's brilliant, she chairs it brilliantly, and she makes sure that everybody has time to think, time to reflect, and time to speak. And it really helps, doesn't it?
And we have been using, in those meetings, we've been using some of the resources from the School for Synodality around conversations in the spirit. So we probably have now started to have one conversation in the spirit each meeting about something which is bigger. It's really easy, and we're not there yet, but it's very easy to get sidetracked into the what are we going to do about, rather than talking about how something is, for example. And I think the spirit is something that I think we feel moving in the parish. And it's interesting because the first meeting that we had a few years ago, it wasn't a vision team as such, and we had quite a lot of people come to talk about, what the vision of the parish could be, and it was run again the following year, and many less people came. And it is that feeling, isn't it, of lots of people have organised a day or a meeting, come and tell us what would you like the parish to be like, what would what could we do as a parish, but actually I guess there's something about whether people feel that their voice is heard, whether they feel that anything that they've got to say is going to influence or contribute to a wider vision.
Yeah, and I think one of the real challenges for us is about transparency and communication. So we can very easily become a little clique within the parish. So we call ourselves a vision team, and we think we're doing everything differently, but actually we're just perpetuating the same structure that was in place before. So it's about and we recently went on an away day together, which was facilitated, which was very helpful, and we've realised that we need to be much more communicative and involve people much more. So, for instance, having something like an old parish in council, but a vision team in council, so the whole parish is invited to that, so that we keep making sure that everybody feels that they're involved. And
I think one of the things that where we started was and I guess it's the same in lots and lots of parishes. There's a few people doing quite a lot of things, and what we really would love to happen is for people to feel not just a sense of belonging at Mass, but a belonging that the parish is theirs, and that and looking at what people have got to offer, as well as how we can accompany people. So we ran Called and Gifted last September, which brought together actually about 30 people from the parish did Called and Gifted, and it was amazing. It was quite transformational for people in different ways. But one of the things that does is it has small groups. So over the period of about 4 or 5 months, small groups were meeting together as part of the discernment of their charisms. But what happened in those groups was that when the Called and Gifted came to an end, which it does, that certainly 2 of those groups as complete groups and other people from other groups really wanted to carry on meeting as small groups. So we decided to use that as an opportunity for formation, and at the same time we started watching the School for Synodality book club, and we were just so excited that actually those videos or the understanding of the document could be the kind of vehicle really for what we study, learn about, and that's still the plan. But because we knew that we know that you're working on more resources, we decided to just take reflections each time we meet, which is 3 times every 3 weeks, and just get people used to conversations in the spirit, because and I was really astounded in my group when we did the first one that a couple of people kind of went white and sort of said, but I don't know how to speak in tongues. And actually, I was really taken aback by the misconception of what a conversation in the spirit was. So we've learned together. We invoke the Holy Spirit before we start, and we do use a stone. And I think each group uses something practical, and it has really opened up the voices of everybody in that group having an opportunity. And that's been really exciting to see that. So we're kind of now almost training in the sense that we're giving probably about between 30 and 40 people in the parish are part of the group now, a pilgrim group, and we chose that name specifically. And they, once we've got them confident, as the parish pilgrim groups grow, we think we'll be in a much better position then to start using them for some of the more challenging questions.
Okay. So in 20 minutes' time, we're going to have a rally. So we're bringing, for the first time, we're bringing all those groups together. And we're going to meet. We're going to have adoration, period of reflection. We're going to have lunch together, and then we're going to look at Lectio, and we're going to look at synodality, what it means, because we want to make the groups more synodal. So that we can invite more people to be involved in those conversations. So they are about formation, but they're also about having an opportunity to speak, to talk, to listen, to discern. So we're things are growing in the right direction, I think.